Hi guys, it's Melly, and today I want to shed some insight on some of the games I've been playing in ranked recently at 1k MMR. This game was actually average 900 MMR, and I was the highest MMR person. It's like with 1.4k, so it's the definition of 1k games. And I played a solo support in this game, so I just want to show like I'm basically bored right now, and I have nothing to do. So I decided to make this video. And to be honest, me talking about 1k games and giving like advice, I guess, but I'm a fucking 1k player myself, so probably my advice is shit. So you don't really need to look at it. If you see like a 1k game, I don't know, fucking go ahead. There's probably 1,000 better things to do, but like, I want to make this video, so I'm just gonna fucking do it. So, drafting stage. I'm a typical 1k player. I want to fucking play carry, so that's what I do. I put my character selection on PA, and I'm like, guys, I'm going PA, whatever. Then this guy picks mid, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm going carry anyways. Then this guy picks sniper, and I'm like, alright, I'm going Legion Commander top, right? So Legion Commander top, still a pretty greedy core pick. I'm going offlane Legion Commander. It's doable, but fucking 1k term, like, at least I'm not going carry safe lane when we already have a carry safe lane, at least. So that was the important thing. I wanted to last pick, and I wanted to beat a carry, but I decided to let my team carry when they fucking pick carry, so I let a sniper carry. Then we get a Riki pick. Yep. So at this point I'm like, okay, all lanes are done. Storm takes mid, sniper takes bottom, Riki takes top. I'll go jungle because I'm fucking 1k. I mean, 1k is go jungle. Why pick support when you can fucking jungle, right? Fucking 1k mindset, I guess. Yeah, and then Juggernaut picks carry, and I'm like, I can still go jungle, but this is when I make a smart decision. I say 4 cores. Let's not do 5 fucking cores. Let's go support, even if it's a solo support. And I pick the ultimate pub support, the ultimate possibly solo support. I fucking pick CM. She can jungle. She does not need mana items, and like, she can kill people. So why not? Best solo support ever. I don't even care if there is a, I don't know, giant silence that can break my channel. There's a guy who doesn't even take magical damage. I don't care if there is someone who can just hook me out of my ult. I just don't care. I'm just gonna fucking pick it because I'm a 1k player. But what I'm doing right, I am spamming heroes. I've been spamming CM for support. So, like, I am putting my support down to 2 years. CM and Lion. If I don't get CM, I'm gonna pick Lion. That's it. Ranked. If you're playing ranked, you gotta spam it. This MMO, you just gotta spam it. And the next thing, I buy courier. I buy wards. Most important thing to do. But I don't always buy wards in this game. You're gonna realize that I buy these 2 wards to realize, does the enemy team even fucking gank? Does my team even know how to use? Do they have map awareness? Like, if my team doesn't have map awareness, I'm not gonna ward after this. Because I'm probably just gonna ward for myself. Does the enemy team gank? If they do, then I'll put more wards. But anyways, the way I always use my early game wards is I give 1 to mid, and I put 1 in the lane or the rune spot, depending upon. I'll tell you. Give me a second. So rune fight, not gonna bother about it. It's just like, not taking skills at level 1. Fucking hell. Fuck it. Okay, so rune fight goes pretty normal. I give the ward to Storm at this point in time, and I wanna go bottom, but then there's a Juggernaut sniper going bottom, so I'm like, not gonna fucking try lane with that lineup. I could have comboed with Jug, but I just said fuck it. So I wanna go off lane. I'm gonna farm this jungle camp. That's probably what I'm gonna do. At this point I start lagging like a retard, so lag. Just fast forward this because it's lagging a lot. And I decide to make Tranquil Boots because I see like, ooh shit, Huskar is gonna burn me down. So I wanna regen if I can. And then Tranquil is pretty much core on CM anyways. So I am lagging like a madman, and I just go back to base. When going back to base, this is the point when I realize I need to jungle, because this lane is GG well played anyways. Riki's going to be fun, but I'm not going to be. So I decide to jungle, and I don't really want to rotate. I also realize that this Pudge is shit. He is not rotating, he's not ganking. So the only ward I need is the ward that Storm has at mid. He puts it there. So I know he's got a ward for the rune spot. He's going to be safe from Pudge. I'm going to jungle at this point. He's going to be safe from Pudge, and I'm like, so how do you ward? You don't buy wards when you don't need to. Look. There's 3 wards in stock. I don't care. Why? Because I don't need them. This Pudge isn't ganking. My team has got literally, like, they're not being ganked by anyone. I just put this ward here because I'm scared. Like, this is my original, this is my, the first one, 2 bosses of mine. I put this here because I am scared of Pudge ganking me, but he doesn't do that. So after this point, I don't care about wards. I'm just going to buy some when this ward expires, because that's the only thing that Pudge might kill. Strong. He's not rotating. He goes to the rune spot and just comes back. He's fuck it. So I'm just jungling. I got my boots up. Wiki's doing decent in the lane. I'm just gonna. I tried to last that turbo rationing plus the M40 base damage. So yeah, GG well played. I go back to jungle again. Nothing to see here. Juggernaut, and yeah, they get the kill here. This kill is very important because I look at this kill and I'm like, alright, they killed someone. They probably don't need help. They're probably doing fine. I'm just gonna focus on my own farm, so I go keep jungling. Alright, I'm trying to farm Tranquils and trying to stack. So, I stack so I can eat the big creep. So, efficiently keeping your farm up is also quite important, especially when your team is doing fine, because that's the leeway. Okay, at this point I think I'm going to kill this Underlord. So just look, he's tanking the tower and I'm just like, yeah, he's dead. So always stay open for opportunities. Jug is doing great, so I don't need to care about him. I think I have my Tranquils up at this point in time. Okay, Pudge is rotated now. I did not see this happening. But I did see this, so I teleport at this point. I see Jug is killing some people, and I could get some cleanup kills. He just kills this guy. Zeus is dead, but Zeus is not dead yet. So I clean up Zeus, and I try to kill the Pudge, but I can't. But that is important. Map awareness. You need to know everything that's going on in the map. I saw both the kills by Jug and this cleanup, and I actually use this cleanup to like help my team, help myself. I even get this right. So if there was a fight going on the map and you're a support, the best thing you can do is get those assists, because assists is gold, bro. The support's the most reliable way of getting gold is assists. Because see, the supports do not farm a lot, and they kind of die sometimes. So you might even lose that farm that you got from this jungling shit. The other thing, I put this ward here because Pudge came to gank from the inside. So this is the point when Pudge decide to rotate. Look, he's rotating top. He's even got a ward here. This is the other mistake I did. Pudges decide to rotate. When Pudges rotate, they go for the rune and then they gang. So that's when you need wards at the cliffs. I had one ward here, but I did not have the other ward here. But I do put it eventually. But like, he's got our whole this part warded up, and I did not deward that. So mistake number 1. Dewarding is important, even in 1k MMR. I die here because I was stupid retard. But dewarding is important just as much as warding is. But how do you know how much gold you need to put on dewarding? I like to keep it like this. If there is a ward at this point, or the enemy is a ward at this point in this place, who the fuck cares? What is that ward showing? They're junglers? Is your team ganking? No. Then you don't need to fucking deward this thing. You don't need to buy sentries, raise gold over here. You have to keep your places where your carries are. That's where you need to deward. Alright, so Juggernaut died over here while farming. That means there's a ward here and you need to protect it. So even if you're not sure if there is a ward here, you have to put a sentry there just to make sure. If you find a ward, then you have to be extra vigilant. But if you don't find a ward, then it's kind of safe to assume that the enemy team is not warding. Don't need to waste more gold on it. So my mistake was I did not realize that there was a ward here. There was 2 wards here. And quite until later in the game and not realize that it was that they were even warding, because I did not think that they were warding. So huge mistake by me. I do pretty good in team fights because I realize every time team fights are going, and I make use great, like I use my spells quite decently. So positioning is important. Positioning is important a lot. I actually want to talk about that a bit. So let's talk a bit about positioning. Let's look at this fight, right?
User entered your channel.
Now, look at this. Storm goes in. He's been ruptured. There's a sniper for backup. There's three people. There's three people on our side. I decide to go in. Storm might die, but I don't think the rest of us will. Now, look at my positioning. I am quite far away. Then I move in and I immediately ult. Okay? Now, what's important here is realizing that these guys are at half health. They have disables that might disable me, but I might be able to, because CM's ult is massive damage. So even if I do get disabled, I might be able to chip away 30% of both their health. And then we have a cleanup on sniper. So like, I realize the fact that I could take this risk. So positioning is important, but waiting is also important. I waited to see if they went for a storm, and that's what I want to, like, that's what I want to happen, that they would come close to me, they would group up, and I'd be able to kill them. So positioning and knowing that you can make that play. I knew that my ult could finish them off or deal enough damage, even if in the worst case scenario they would break the channel. So I keep jungling, and pretty simple, really. So more ganks at bottom. There was a ward here, and I teleport bottom as well to help Jug. Now Jug knew that Pudge was coming for him, but he did not take the proper measures. I think like this fight could have gone slightly differently. Like we did manage to kill the Enderlord because our team rotated, but like Jug literally went into that Pudge. And there was not enough, like, he did not know I was gonna rotate. I rotated because I fucking had good map awareness, but anyways. Bloodseeker's running around here. I'm trying to push this tower because I really fucking wanna take it, but, well, I just go back eventually because I realize there's a teleport coming. So when there's a teleport coming there, you should not really stay around there. And you don't always need to take the tower out completely, because it's better than not dying. So I ward up mid, and I try to rotate and get a ward in there. Now this ward is very interesting because I want to put a ward. This is what I call a push ward. Not necessarily a push ward, but kind of like a push ward. Juggernaut is farming this lane by pushing it. And now look at what's going on. I look at this scenario. I look at this Jug, and I'm like, if Jug was farming like that, would I be able to gank him? Definitely. If I was a fucking push, that would be like the perfect gank. So I realized he needs wards to wipe from the gank. If he gets that ward there, he'll be able to farm that lane and not die. And the enemy team will just be wasting their time by trying to gank him, but they won't be able to. But I was a bit late, or more like Juggernaut was a bit hasty, and Pudge managed to get the push on him. Now I don't actually remember if he managed to get this fight correctly, but let's see. So yeah, fight goes on. I move in, I put the ward immediately, and then we totally turn it around. Maybe even get the courier. So Jug is fat and all, but he has backup. Like, okay, now we are moving in, just killing around. Go, yay. I've been ruptured, and I just stand my ground, and I push pressure the enemy. And then let's do it. Now this was stupid of me. I just walked in without even seeing his spell. I'm not used to playing against Enderlord, but still, that's kind of bad. So just pressuring the lane. I have my Glimmer up at 17 minutes with the Trunkle, which is decent. Just pushing the lane. I want this tower down. See a fight going bottom. Try to... Okay, teleports. And I immediately teleport out. So, know what you're getting. Another thing that I see with 1K players is they know Bloodseeker's in the enemy team. They know that he has a rupture. They might not. They might even carry teleports with them. But when he actually ruptures them, they will usually take 1 to 2 seconds to realize they can teleport out there, and sometimes that
User
might
entered your
not be
channel.
enough, and they might die. So, what I realized is when you're in a dynamic situation where you could enter a fight at any point, you should have a game plan for the worst possible scenario and maybe in the best possible scenario. So I'm like, okay, what could possibly happen in a fight? The enemy team is a Pudge. They have a Bloodseeker. These are two things that I'm thinking constantly about. So I need to have my positioning so that I don't get cut out by Pudge. I need to have my positioning so, and I need to be able. So if I see Bloodseeker and he ruptures me, I need to be able to instantly teleport out. If as long as it does not get channel broken. So when I saw that Bloodseeker rupture me, I already was mentally prepared to TP out because I knew there was no way he would be able to cancel my TP. So, sure. So that's the most important thing. You need to have your game plan pre-set in your mind so that you do not waste precious seconds thinking about what to do. Farming, just farming right now because there is space created. And one thing I'll tell you is space created is not just for your carries. In 1K MMR, it is for you as well. So I realize that my team is not really doing anything other than maybe getting themselves skilled or farming. They're not forcing fights, they're not doing a lot. I don't have wards right now with me, so why not just use this time to, I don't know, farm. I fucked up there a bit, but Juggernaut was fucking fat, so yeah. I'm actually buying a BKB right now, because I believe that I am so ahead of the game that I can get that BKB. And I will have significant advantage in terms of levels as well, I think, that I'll be able to dish out a lot of damage from my spells. Like, I have more levels than most of the enemy team, so I can pretty much play as a semi-carry right now. And for that, I need that BKB. Because they have a tremendous amount of disables. BKB can protect me from Bloodseeker, can protect me from Zeus, can protect me from Underlord, so BKB is tremendous. Now positioning. This is the mistake. Again, now look at this fight. Fights are important. You gotta look at them. Okay, Juggernaut is fighting Pudge. I am pinging him. I did not want him to fight there. We went all in. So I'm just looking at, I'm trying to move there and I'm looking at what's going on. Okay, there's a lot of enemy teammates. If I move in now I stay back, I see he's going to die. And if I move in now, I might not even be able to kill that Bloodseeker and I might die. So I just back it up. Now, here is the important point. Do you see this ward? Giving maximum vision to the enemy team. Pudge is a blink. I actually did not even know he had a blink. I've never checked their items in a whole game. Humongous mistake by me. Always check items. You don't necessarily need to check every item. So for example, if you're playing carry, you need to check for stuff like BKB. Like, well, not necessarily, but like this is for everything. Like just let's just take a look. If I would have looked at Pudge, would I have known? I could not possibly have killed him because he has a hood. So I need to realize if Pudge is like 300 SP, I should not take my chances and go and move in on him and try to kill him with my first and second because he might probably not die because of the hood. Second thing, he has a blink. Let's put that aside for now. Okay, Huskar. Okay, he's tanky. Like from these items, you don't need to necessarily think about anything but the fact that he's tanky. Okay, moving on. Zeus. He has nothing except for the fact that he's almost got his ags up. So, well, this is not Zeus actually. This is Underlord. Why is Zeus not being... Oh, this is Zeus. Okay, my bad. So, Zeus. What do I see? A ward. Unbelievably important. I did not know, like, I was not checking their items. I would have known, like, ward positions, if you can get them, like, that's a huge advantage. The other thing, he's almost close to his axe. If you kill him now, his farm is gonna get fucked. So, checking items is also good in that sense because you can know the item progression of the enemy and stop it. Let's look at Underlord, a blade mail. Better watch out when he has that open. I mean, that's pretty much all I can say. Again, blade mail. So, blade mails. I have two blade mails. I have to be careful when I ult them because I might just die if they had both their blade mails open. But I don't think they were ever that smart. So blink. Now, if I would have known there was a ward here, and if I would have known that Pudge is a blink, I would have known what he exactly did right now. Look at what he did. Boom. I'm dead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now I used my ult there, I think, to try to get Pudge dead. But I hope my whole team dies because of that. Because of this ward, actually. Now another important thing is, if you read my chat from this point on. See if I can get my chat on.
Radiant's middle Radiant structure tower fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And my chat's not popping up. But basically, I think I asked my teammates how the fuck did Pudge get behind me, and that's when I realized he might have some sort of movement item, maybe a Shadow Blade, Glimmer, Blink, and he might have a ward. Because he saw me there, he shouldn't have, and he was able to get there. So this little bit of info, if I would have had that before the fight, I would have survived, and we would have maybe won that fight, or at least not have it gone that bad. So, info. The game is all about the info.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay, so not really doing anything. We try to go force a team fight right here, actually. I'm positioning myself really behind because I don't want to go ahead of Jug. I want them to tank Jug, like go focus on Jug, and then because they will be focusing on Jug, I will be able to use my spells. And that's exactly what happened. We get a team fight. There was literally only one person in there, Jug, and then I was at the back lines dishing out my spells. So then we push. I think I have wards in the courier because having wards at this point in time is extremely important. Why? Because you are in the enemy side of the map, and if you have wards right now, this is the perfect chance to ward their map, put aggressive wards without risk of dying. So probably why I'm blaming the courier. Either that or it's my BKB. Yep, I got ward. So I'm still pushing the tower.
Middle tower is under attack.
There's a couple of them respawn, so I back up Glimmering just in case. Put the ward in and wanna.
Dire's bottom tower.
Actually, I think yeah, Jug is still there, so he moves in, solos that guy. That's pretty good. I'm just farming right now. Wiki's being caught out. He's fucking retarded. Anyways, now we try to push this tower. We have a push ward on, so we are fine. We see the Huskar moving as well. Glimmer to okay, this was important. Look at what happened here. So back it up a bit more. This is when I realized that they have wards. Like no, but I mean I realized that they had wards at this point in time when they had a ward there. Like where okay. So, yeah, so when they had a ward there, that's when I realized that they might have wards. So I bought a sentry beforehand. So I have 2 sentries with me. I can use them when I want it. And now, because of this ward, I see Pudge moving in. I see him come here. I already ping him. He comes here and then goes back. What the fuck would he do? Like, why would someone do that? Obviously, to fucking put a ward. That's like the ultimate sign that someone's putting a ward. So I move in. I glimmer just in case, so he doesn't see me. And I put the ward, they still didn't see me coming in, so I get as much time as I can. Jug's already moved in, I'm fucking scared. He just ults in, and I just freeze. Now, one thing, very important note here is, I just freeze and go back. I don't use anything else. I had the mana to use everything, but I don't use anything else, because my cleanup is in there, and there's a giant pod sitting here, who does not take a lot of damage from me, because he has a pipe, and also because he can kill me with a single hook and ult. So, I don't know he didn't have mana though. Again, my bad. Checking mana is a very useful skill, but also kind of high skill. But I just go back and I stay back and see if I can get a chance to help Jug. He's killed a lot of people and I move in because this is the point I realized, holy shit, let's do this. I glimmer him. Why do I glimmer him and not myself? Because if Pudge goes for me, he don't like. Let's look at the tower range if I can. I'm out of sight of tower range. He does not have vision of me, so he can hook me, and after hooking me, he can try to fuck me up. Point is, he's the only reason why I glimmered Jug was because I thought he had more damage potential than me. Also because I did not want him to die, and I thought I could save him because Pud's damage is all magical except for the hook. So he's running him right now, and he's ulting him right now. So I'm like, he probably is not gonna hook him, and I'm like, my best bet is to glimmer Jug. He probably has more damage than whatnot, and so I just realized like, yeah, I'm just gonna take my chances here. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, glimmering him instead of me, but I did. Anyways, there's a man fight between Pudge and me. Pudge actually, and this is the sad part. Oh yeah, so it might have been the right thing to do, but I actually don't know what else I could have done there.
User entered your channel.
Yeah, that was actually almost a rampage. Because I used everything I had. What? Oh, never mind. Either way, what's most important is positioning, engaging, and disengaging, and then re-engaging. You need to, like, what people don't understand is they don't need to always, you know, put their best in one go. Support specifically have a lot of spammable shit. So you need to use your ult once in the fight. You'll probably get a chance to do it. Don't die while doing it. You're a bigger benefit to the team with the rest of your spells still active. We'll take a look at that fight in a bit. But yeah, you're basically a bigger benefit to your team with the rest of your spells active. So you might as well stay alive and spam the rest of your spells. And like, take your ult out in times like these. I was actually not even in vision of Underlining. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, I got silenced by the blood right, but I managed to pretty much achieve what I wanted to do. And then pushing to our advantage.
Bottom tower has fallen.
I have my BKB now as well. Another mistake maybe I made was I wanted to BKB in that place. So like that would have even prevented me from being silenced or being underwater stunned. But I've managed to not click it. Now I BKB in before he ults me. So but how the fuck? Okay, like I really need to we need to analyze what happened here. First mistake by me. I underestimated Putz. I did not think he'd be able to hook me, but he did. I see him, and I move look at this hook. So yeah, I should have been more cautious. The other thing, the mistake by Pudge, and maybe not really, is if you look at when I was being hooked. I'll tell you what happened. At this point in time, I already decided if he hooks me, I'm gonna BKB. Now look at what happens. He hooks me. Now I am already hooked. This is the point when he can ult me. Like this should be point when he shift ults could work. So how much time do I have? I BKB'd in less than a second. He had less than a second to ult me. So this is what being mentally prepared does. This guy does not obviously know how to shift ult. But the way to survive against 1k retailers who don't use shift ult on Pudge is you fucking be mentally prepared beforehand of what the worst case scenario is. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna get hooked. I'm gonna BKB as soon as I get hooked. I could have BKB'd earlier there actually. You could have BKB'd, I don't know, within the hook. But like whatever, half a second. Boom. That's probably good enough, so yeah. The other mistake, I go greedy, decide to freeze him instead of going back, and I get killed by the tower. Yeah, like, look, I go back to give him right clicks. What the fuck, am I retarded? Yeah, I am. Alright, so I die like a retard, because I go really, like, I really miscalculate my capabilities. Die from the tower. Oh, we lose the rush here. So we basically have lost the rush here, and I teleport immediately. Now, what have I got in my mind? I see this Bloodseeker half dead, and I'm like, they're rushing. But Bloodseekers outside. They don't really have anyone that can, is a good rusher. And um, I am the only one left, but there's like three of them. One of them is half dead. There's a really good chance the others are almost half dead as well, and they're fighting Wash. They might be going down even more, but I have a very short window, and I just decide to one is really low on health, the other is probably low on health, one guy is probably decent in health. I freeze the guy that's decent in health, and the other two die from my ult. My game plan is set. It's risky, but it's set. And this is what's needed. Instead of me going, okay, I'm just gonna go and see what happens and react to it. No, you have to have the game plan set. Don't play reactive Dota. Be ready and predict. So I go in, I freeze. Okay, here's the retarded thing. Actually, yeah. So I freeze Bloodseeker, who's pretty much dead anyways, instead of Pudge. So I fucked up my own game plan there because I'm a retard, 1K player. I mean, it's expected, but at the same time, because I'm analyzing my own replay, I'm probably being slightly better than 1K right now. So that's why I'm putting on these good insights. Like, I should have ulted freeze Pud instead. So now I know he's bolting around, so I don't want to stay in his face and kiss him. I want to just get glimpses of him, and I'm happy with that. I know he's warded there, so I put the ward back up, and I was like, yeah, okay. But again, there was a ward there. Pudge missed that hook. I was lucky, but I have literally not devoured that ward ever. So huge mistake on my part. Not realized any time in the game that they had vision of me beforehand. It was again a huge mistake. Game's been going pretty passively. He's just doing ults, just farming because space is created and whatnot. They're pushing mid. I put the ward here for a Jug because he's farming there. I want to keep him alive in case Pudge goes hunting. Don't know what I'm doing right now though. Okay, I'm trying to de-ward this play because, like, you realize that I realize that there is some ward there because when I went there, what's the phone? So before I even went there, I like kind of knew that there was a war. There might have been some vision they had of us over there. So just pause this one as well. And then I saw Bloodseeker follow me, so I was like, probably something there. Okay, let's look at this team fight. Okay, now we've been basically running around. I'm waiting for Jug to go in. I want to go in definitely first. I see Riki going, and he's just, I don't know what he's doing. This is the time when Jug decides to go into. I'm like, yeah, let's go in. Now Riki's kind of in a bad situation. I'm standing back. I don't want to get caught in the silence. Riki's dead, and Jug is still not going in. Jug goes in. I beat KB and I ult. So that is me pretty much okay. And I just got ruptured. Stupid of the blessing. Yeah, I did get ruptured. That's possibly the worst thing that I've done there. Nothing much to say, but this fight we just way too ahead of the enemy. I'm way too ahead of the enemy. So yeah. I glimmer. I fucking yeah. Please, you myself. So basically, because of how fat we are not gonna die anytime soon. Now, this point when I'm taking some rot damage, and I wanted to move back, but also keep hitting him. So, and maybe should have moved back a bit earlier. But anyways, we're really fat at this point, so we're not gonna lose. That fight went pretty smoothly. Like I knew the game, but I knew like I'm going to BKB and then ult them. Easy as pie. The reason I made the Yules was to purge of the silence, but also because I wanted to buy some time. I wanted to get a second disable to break Purge's ult, and also because I wanted to get like some sort of like escape. It's only a small escape, it's still escape. Anyways, we take the Rex here. I'm doing this better. Ziggy's playing a bit aggressive. He gets ulted. I don't have my ult up, so I BKB and I've now this preempted BKB was what was, and then use. So I have everything to stay alive. Jug is still fighting, and I have my ult now, so I don't know this Jug dies, and I didn't have mana. So some misplays by me, a lot of misplays possibly by Jug. My team just did not give a shit. This was again a lot of misplays by me. Did not realize I cannot TP out of there. Like I constantly wanted to kill them by a freeze ult, but I did not have enough mana for the ult, so a lot of misplays by me. So yeah, remember, if you're at the advantage, this is what happens a lot in 1K. When people have advantage, they just throw it because they did not realize the change in, you know, the power gradient. It's not always as high. Like I cannot just walk into a fight and 2v5 them. Even if I have been team wiping, the team wipes that we've done is 5v5. So we cannot possibly go in 2v5 and hope for a team wipe again. So this is another issue with 1K. People do not realize their own power difference. I've made a boots travel. Doing some warding here and there.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Doing some dewarding.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So my team is fighting mid, but I'm split pushing top. I do come in eventually, but it's too late. So this was a misplay by me as well. The split pushing. I'm playing really greedy right now. But the reason why I'm playing as greedy is because I decided to buy a booster tower, so I want to at least make use of it. Just pushing the lanes, keeping pressure, just utilizing my booster travel to the best of my capabilities. This point I'm thirsty, so I decided to go back to base. Keep my boots style active though, so I can go back and put some more pressure on the lanes. Heal up. Boots towel top. Boots towel behind the previous cape wave because they do not want to push the wave, do not want to get seen, just want to ward. So I Glimmer Cape as well, just in case. Easy fight there. We get a 4-man kill actually. Let's see what happens here. So by the time I get there, there's only a bunch of life. So again, when I mentioned about, okay, so I realize there's a blood right here. I know there's going to be a Bloodseeker around, and I do find him. So I freeze him. I run around. I don't want to. I use him because my freeze is about to go over. I Frost Nova him so he gets slowed down, and then I freeze him. So my team actually takes forever to get there, but they do get there. So I have my game plan set. I did not chase Bloodseeker because I knew I would be alone in that chase because I knew my team was retarded. But I also knew that I could literally not get him to do anything for It's like 6 seconds, and I realized that in 6 seconds or something like that amount of time, my team would grow a brain and help me, and that's exactly what happened. I would have been dead there maybe. But so I would have been dead there if my team had come, but I think that was calculated enough. Just going to wait for the rupture to wear off. And this is easy push. So thanks for watching my amazing 1K analysis by 1K players. You can fucking report me after this game for like here. Yep. Just 1K things. I'm just gonna go 20 and realize that I have an exam in a week. Yeah. Why the fuck did I even make this video? And this Pudge and another Lord were constantly whining by their team that have support. Cute. I don't think I'm gonna study at all today. I'm just gonna be a lazy piece of shit. So overall, I think this Jug was pretty good. He knew his own capabilities. He took a lot of fights where he managed to survive barely, but like I did not know he would survive those fights, and he did. Like he pulled them too, and I think like he knew what his hero could do. It is pretty interesting. The rest of my team was pretty fucking 1K, so yeah. Other than that, I had like 362 GPM, 527 XPM, 7 kills, 5 deaths, anyway, 7 assists. 14,000 net worth. So if you compare that, I was almost as good as Riki. He was supposed to be an offlaner. He got like solo lane. I was better than Storm, I think. Well, not necessarily better, but I think yeah. But like I was again almost as farmed as Storm, who was our mid, who had a pretty, I think he had a great mid. So overall, my team I believe was pretty bad, other than the Juggernaut, but we still managed to win. So that's what I want to show is like how do you win as solo support and not just play good. The enemy team Bloodseeker is probably a retard. Yeah, he was again as fat as me, so he's bad. Zeus was supporting, so I think like I'm not sure how to comment on him, but I think he did okay. Underlord Huskar was possibly terrible. Pudge was, I guess, their best player, and also the one that was whining the most. I'm done.